Do you ever wonder how beautiful it is that you can walk and speak and see and think? Did you ever realize what a blessing it is that the ground you walk on does not fall apart from under your feet? Like so many of us who live with these blessings every day, I too took it all for granted. But then the ground really did fall apart from under my feet. As the 2015 Nepal earthquake shook the Himalayas, I ran from my hotel lobby until a gust of wind from that collapsing building spit me out into the open. Covered in dirt and debris, I crouched on the ground, willing the ground under my fingers to stop shaking. I was stranded on the mountains for 4 days, amidst continuous aftershocks, amidst broken houses, and many families left incomplete forever. It was 4 days of fighting hunger, fighting the dreadful cold of the night, and fighting for my life as the land slid and the mountains broke. I got out of that calamity not on a stretcher like many of my companions, neither in a body bag like so many more, but on my own 2 feet. The very 2 feet I took for granted for 25 years of my life. But this is not the story of my survival. This is the story of what changes in you when you're exposed to the whole array of human emotions. From hope to despair, from agony to exhilaration, and everything in between. This is what changed in me. I realized how amazing our mind is. The moment the earthquake hit, my mind stopped processing fear and processed only happiness and hope and determination to survive. It was because of my mind that I got the energy and the courage to trek for 13 miles over the mountains. It was because of my mind that I was able to block out the unforgettable smell of lost souls and carry on putting one foot in front of the other until I was safe. I have become much more grateful for my abilities and my faculties. I also realized that I matter. Once I returned home, many people reached out to me. Old friends, casual acquaintances, and people I had met but perhaps once. And they told me stories about that one time I gave them an advice or how I was friendly. Many spoke of my courage. And these stories made me acutely aware of the impact we leave on the people we interact with in our lives. I now want to make sure that the impact I leave from now on is as much as possible positive. Contrary to what I just told you, I also realized how I don't matter. I was missing for 4 days, and in those 4 days, my family had almost stopped living, but the rest of the world carried on. Companies still sent out emails, people still posted pictures of what they had for dinner on Instagram. It was a humbling reminder of how insignificant we are as individuals in this world. But it also fueled my desire to make sure that my time comes, to make sure that I leave behind a footprint with my thoughts, with my actions, or with my arguments, for a small group of people, for the country, or for the world. My experience in Nepal has put a lot of things in perspective for me. It has taught me to think big, even if I feel small. Now if I feel defeated, I tell myself, the mountains were so big, I was so small, yet the mountains broke, and here I stand. I invite you to take this philosophy with you from here today. Thank you for listening.